Today we will talk about psychology, 5 secrets for dealing with difficult people. Detach yourself. Picturing yourself detached from the situation, perhaps looking down on it from above, helps you to remove the emotion and as byproduct reduce friction. Telling yourself that this person is not worth your emotional energy makes it easier to keep a healthy distance and not get dragged into a lengthy dispute. To achieve this, you may need to work on building up your self-esteem and self-confidence. Try seeing your ultimate aim as having a water of ducks bag approach with difficult people. Don't allow the person to see you wound up or behaving irrationally. Next advice. Don't take it personally. Avoid personalizing someone else's behavior. This isn't a carte blanche for excusing poor, unkind or bullying behavior, though. Often the behavior of others say far more about them than it does about you. When we remind ourselves of this, we tend to take the difficult person's actions less personally. This makes it easier to see their behavior more objectively. It also helps to be aware of cultural differences that might be behind someone's behavior. It's not personal, it's just their way of communicating. This is worth bearing in mind when dealing with difficult people at work who come from different backgrounds and walks of life to you. Next advice. Pick your battles. Sometimes, and particularly when you're trying to deal professionally with difficult people at work, it helps to pick your battles. Don't get involved unless you have to. Do a mental cost-benefit analysis on a workplace relationship. It may be that the negatives of getting involved outweigh the benefits. It might be best to just accept that rocking the boat will be counterproductive. This may be particularly true when the difficult person is a colleague who is more senior to you, or indeed your boss. You'll need to make a choice in situations like this as to whether you get involved, particularly if dealing with the difficult person relates to doing your job properly. Next advice. Separate person and issue. If you struggle handling difficult people at work, it can sometimes be helpful to look at the situation as two separate parts. The persona and the issue be soft on the person, hard on the issue. This enables you to manage the difficult relationship whilst achieving what you need from a business point of view. In order to do that, you may need to practice some conversation starters in advance, such as I appreciate how hard you worked on that. We now need to, or that's a really helpful information. How do you propose? And so on. And the last advice. Inject some humor. Many difficult situations can be deflected with a disarming smile or a good dose of well-timed humor. This can make it possible to address a difficult issue without confronting someone into further aggravation. Injecting a little humor is a great way of diffusing a situation in the workplace and bringing people back together. Throwing in the odd dry comment can be enough to get everyone back on course and help them to realize they're walking towards the same goal. Importantly, humor doesn't back people into a corner. In fact, it softens the atmosphere and can give them a way out. This can be very helpful for dealing with difficult people at work. Thank you for listening. Subscribe my channel, like or dislike this video. Write in comments below your opinion about it. You agree or disagree, and the reason why you not agree with that.